So the North American Invasive Species Management Association is a 501c3 working throughout North America to empower invasive species managers with the tools they need to get the job done.
So like what kinds of things?
Yeah, so Naisma has some really great programming as well as products that you can purchase to manage gardens, restoration projects, your front garden in your yard. I've been doing a lot of prairie restoration myself and have found some of the products helpful. In addition to that though, we work with communities to provide a collective voice on the national and international level to really push forward legislation to help support our efforts.
That sounds great. Yeah, I bought a buckthorn blaster from you guys. I've already used it. I'm very excited.
Yep. Buckthorn is the bane of my existence.
Yeah. What do you think the biggest challenge is for land managers or other folks who you've convened at this conference?
Yeah, I think what I hear is the biggest challenge is really number one, funding. You know, to do the work that we need to do to protect our critical and threatened ecosystems. We need funding to do that. Second challenge is really to have partners. Really no one can do this work alone. There's so many complexities to managing our environs that we need to have a lot of voices at the table. So working together as communities, volunteers, extension, state, local agencies, there's power behind that.
And even federal.
Federal partners really help to advance our efforts on a national and international scale.
Chris told me that the 25 agencies, federal agencies, kind of touch invasive species.
They are the key to some of our really important partnerships that really help to move this effort on a landscape scale.
Great. Well, thank you so much for your work.
Yeah, thank you for coming.
Mike, what you described was really, really cool. Can you just give me a summary of what happened and why it was successful?
Sure. It's called the Loudon Invasive Removal Alliance. It's an alliance of 85 communities representing almost 230,000 people now. We came together to work with the county government to create a partnership whereby they would help us deal with the issue of invasive plants in our communities. It worked out pretty well. We got a $2 million grant where those monies will go towards communities and individual private landowners that apply for the grant to remove the invasive plants in their project within their property in exchange for some form of public awareness that grantee received. The way that we got this whole thing started was through an HOA boards. So HOA board, like my HOA board, 7 people, what we represent 17,000. So how do we get the numbers to the point where the county government will be interested in hearing us? And we wanted to get to 100,000. My community, 17,000 people, our board passed a motion that we wanted to work with the county. We were the first members of this Loudon Invasive Removal Alliance, or LIRA. I told a friend, she told a friend on a board, he told a friend on a board, and the word spread. And the challenge was, just like everybody else, people just don't know what invasive plants are. I think maybe 1 in 20 people know what an invasive plant is. So that was the case with the boards. So they said, why should we join? And if you focus on just the environment, you're not going to get everybody. So we talked about health and safety. And the Bradford pears fall every storm. Japanese barberry attracts ticks with Lyme disease. The Japanese stiltgrass turns to hay in the fall and burns. Suddenly they were very interested, and it grew like that. And we had, like I said, hundreds of thousands of residents now going to our county board, so it made it a lot easier for them to say, yeah, we're interested in working with you.
That's so cool. Congratulations.
Thank you.
What invasive insect is believed to have been eradicated in the U.S. last year? A. Asian longhorn beetle. B. Northern giant hornet. Or C. The New World screwworm fly.
B.
That's right.
I have no idea.
You will. Northern giant hornet, also known sneakily as the murder hornet.
Boo.
Russ, how'd our panelists do?
We have Paul and Kelly tied with 2 points each. Leslie's just behind.
What invasive species was recently caught in Oregon and is known for climbing walls?